EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. That's fielded in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Running from the gun with Howard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Now Wentz, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught by Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now this time he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Check 52.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with the tackle.
Just like that. Just like that. Check 31. Check 31.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
3rd
and long. It's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
I bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your...
Brandon Cooks, touchdown LA! Brandon Cooks, 62 yards, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The tackle there by John Johnson. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Wentz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Well, on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On first down, gone. Flush to his right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is gone. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
Wentz now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And bulldozing his way through. The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And the kick by Elliott is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
You see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just can...
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Check 26, check 26.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's a safety creep. Under T, X3, 218, jumper. Jumper. Check 13. Check 13. Kill.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Goff going to keep it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 29, Goff. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
A 46-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Oh, what a move. Oh, and now some space to operate. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 75 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing.
Because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On second and 12, Wentz, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 7, and now it's third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backward. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Rams standing field position. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 78 yards. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, 75 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Lefty, lefty. General West.
They'll try and run it here. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 30. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
12.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
No. Hey, kill. 14.
Now Gurley. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This for the lead in the final stages. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right. The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 51 yards on the ground. So a big-time run there. A field goal wins it, and that puts him in good position.
Not only in good position, but your field goal kicker's over there warming up right now. You're thinking, let's get this guy out here pretty soon.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah. Time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Another carry now for Gurley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Goff now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done.
Exactly right. They took us down. Possibly.